What's up, fight fans? Thank you, as always, for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. All right, this is an interesting story. A bit different, but I find these kind of stories interesting, especially when it comes to purse bids and negotiations and money. I find it very interesting because with purse bids, you get to find out how much people put down. Boxing's always this under the table shit where we never ever really know what kind of money people are really putting down. For example, this 50 million Deontay Wilder offer. You just don't know the truth of it, right? But with purse bids, it's revealed. We know the exact figure to the pence at which someone has bid for a fight, and I just find it all very interesting. I'll tell you why I find it very interesting before we get into the story about Dylan Whyte and his woes, is because with purse bids, anyone can bid. I mean, I don't think me and you can bid, obviously, because we're not promoters or don't know how it works. But I think anyone can literally come up and say, you know what, boom, I bid on a fight. And that's crazy. So you don't have to have no history of a fighter. You don't have to have worked with the fighter. You can literally just come, put down your offer, and that is that. And that shocks me. I kind of find it wrong and right at the same time, right? You don't have to have no work or no history with someone. You've not built them up, you've not promoted them, but you can come along with your big fat check and literally steal the deal. That surprises me a lot. And I've always wondered as well if promoters know who's bidding. Because so in this instance, for example, obviously there are Sowlands and Eddie Hearn Matchroom. I wonder if they knew of this company called what Epic Promotions or Epic Sports and Entertainment. I wonder if they even knew about this company. Because this company literally has just come along and pretty much doubled the bids they both put down. And again, I'm surprised by it. But what this does show you to all those Eddie Hearn Matchroom fanboys, and I kind of was on that bandwagon and I'm kind of coming off it a little bit now. But what it does show for all those people that have said, oh, Eddie Hearn's going to run boxing and Matchroom are going to literally run the boxing world, this shows you there are companies out there that have deep, deep pockets that wouldn't say, yeah, not yet, son. Not yet. So I've been kind of digging on this Epic Sports and Entertainment because I have never heard of them. And just for the record, I'm kind of rumbling on a bit here, but Epic Sports and Entertainment basically outbidded Matchroom and Sowland to get the rights for Pulev versus Dylan Whyte. So they literally will be the people promoting the show, which is a bit of surprise. So I kind of went on their website because I didn't know anything about them, and that pisses me off because I kind of like to think I know a bit about them. Don't know anything about them, so I went and read their About Us section, and just reading it here, it kind of says Epic Sports and Entertainment Group provides athletes, entertainers, and high net worth individuals. So I don't fall in any of those categories. A concierge style platform through a wide array of services. The main guy, Matt Haynes, never heard of him, CEO, 16 years of expertise in the sport and entertainment industry, and the CEO of Epic Events. This guy, I've heard of this name, Robert Riola. What does he call himself? The Tax Man. What does he do? He's a contributing writer for Sports Illustrated. 20 years of sophisticated tax experience. So again, there's companies like this that we've never ever heard of that can literally just come and say, good, there's 1.5 million, we want this fight. I'm sure they've got big backers behind them. So they're probably just the front, but nonetheless, they have come and they have stolen this underneath the noses of Eddie Hearn and Team Sauerland. Sometimes with purse bids, it's sealed envelope type thing, so you don't know what the other's going to put down. So maybe they had absolutely no idea. Maybe Eddie Hearn thought he could get this on the cheap, just bid a bit more than what he thought Sauerland was going to bid, and he would have got this. And then this company have come along and said, you know, 1.5 million, we want this. Penny for the thoughts of Dylan Whyte, right? This is a guy that has had his last two fights in the O2 Arena, done okay. Hellenius and Lucas Brown. Especially the Lucas Brown performance, I thought that was it. I thought Eddie Hearn was going to try and build a new star. He was going to have all these fights at the O2 Arena. Obviously, Joshua has moved away from that now. Joshua's the stadium fighter. And I thought he was going to try and build him next. I think he's probably, of all the stars in Matchroom, I'd probably only have Joshua, Brooke, Khan and Bellew above him. I think Dylan White's probably the next big one. There's Josh Kelly and Ritson in Newcastle. We haven't seen what they can do yet for numbers. So I'm surprised that Eddie has allowed this to happen. I thought he would have done everything to secure this fight for Dylan White so he gets home turf advantage and just so it kind of builds that momentum that he's got going right now. Obviously, Dylan White is extremely upset about what's happening. He wanted to fight Deontay Wilder. That fight's not happening. The options are now Luis Ortiz or Kubrat Pulev. Two very, very difficult options. Two very experienced fighters that are still extremely serviceable. So it's not easy for him right now. He's clearly frustrated. I do wonder who he's going to fight in July because obviously this fight isn't going to happen until August, September, maybe even October. So it's interesting to see what kind of opponent they're going to pick in July. It's interesting to see whether or not he's even going to take this fight. Because the way it works with purse bids, for those that don't know, the higher ranked fighter gets 75% of that money that was offered. So that 1.5 million that was put down by Epic, 1.1 or 1.2 of that will go down to Kubrat Pulev. And Dylan White will get paid, what, 350,000. This is dollars, by the way. So we're talking, what's that, 250 grand. Will Dylan White fight Kubrat Pulev for 250 grand? I'm not sure. Does he care about the IBF? I'm not sure. I think he might go down the Luis Ortiz or maybe even the Dominic Breazeale route rather than fight Kubrat Pulev. But again, it does shock me that Eddie Hearn hasn't bid a bit more. Maybe he doesn't consider this a big fight. Maybe he doesn't think this fight makes any money. But so basically Eddie Hearn bid 831,000. So what's that? 650, 600,000 pounds? He doesn't think that Pulev and White's worth that? I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see if this fight actually takes place. They have to sign the contracts very, very soon. I'm shocked that Eddie Hearn and Cowley Sullivan couldn't come to some sort of agreement. They've staged fights together. I'm shocked it had to go to a purse bid. But this is what happens. If you can't negotiate and it does get to a purse bid, anyone can come along and fuck up your plans. And right now, Epic Sports and Entertainment have come along and basically fucked up the plans that Eddie Hearn had for Dylan White, which is why I think he might not accept this fight. I don't know what it means contractually, is that a word? But I think he might not accept this fight and swerve this because the money just isn't there. It probably won't be on home turf and he might just go for Luis Ortiz instead. What do you guys think? Let me know. Peace.